Hi there, it's Dina, and I'm welcoming you to Scars to Stars. So, my name is Dina Brown Mitchell, and I'm with the Realize Foundation. I'm the founder, and I'm super excited for you to be here and be willing to share your story in the Scars to Stars best-selling book series. So, I'm excited you're here and willing to help others with your story whether you whether this is your first time sharing a story or maybe you're a returning contributor to our books, I want you to know how honored I am that you've chosen to be part of this journey. Sharing your story takes courage. It requires vulnerability, honesty, and heart. That's exactly why this project matters and why it helps so many people feel like they're not alone and find hope. So, Scars to Stars is much more than a book, but it's a community of people who have faced challenges and found hope and are willing to use their experiences to help others find hope and feel less alone. So, since you're on this page, you are signing up to write in maybe our next book or a future book. And it is, I want to give you some information about how to do that. So on this page, you'll find everything you need to get started. So the first thing is the project date and the launch date. So we'll give you a date of when we're going to start, and we'll give you a date of when the book is going to actually launch, and we're going to have our virtual event. And once you sign the contract and you're in, and we have our first call, I'll give everybody a weekly schedule, and that's because we want to see what day of the week is best for everybody. So we don't want to put that out there early and then have to change it. Also, there is an agreement below that you need to, it's a Word document. You can just click on it and save it and fill it out for yourself. And then it'll tell you how to send a copy to me at the Realize Foundation. The email is info@realizefoundation.org. So that is the main email we use for this project, and you can also send me questions there or anything. I also converse with people a lot in Facebook Messenger during the project as well, and we'll have a group set up for all the authors in the book during the project. So then once the book is launching, we can all keep up to date in there with each other and, just say happy holidays or whatever it is we're doing. We have a group for each book authors, and so that's how we kind of keep up and know what's going on. Um, so after the author agreement, you'll see a payment process that you can go to. It's an official donation to the foundation. Sorry, I can't talk today. But the donation goes through a third party fundraising platform, and so it's QGive, but it was bought out by Bloomerang, and they operate together now. So you might see either one of those names, and that's where the donations go through, and then they process them and put them into the Realize Foundation's bank account. So that's how that works. And the reason we charge for it is because it costs us about somewhere between $6,000 and $7,000 for us to produce each of these books. So that's why we ask for a donation. Obviously, if somebody wants to support us with a bigger donation, we really appreciate that. But we do ask for $500. So that's below, and then also the contact details, the email I sent you, and everything is also in there. So just take a few minutes to look around, read everything carefully. Let me know if you have questions. We can always hop on a call if we need to. And I'll also be sending calendar invites once people sign the contract. I send out calendar invites for our first call, until we decide what day of the week we're going to meet, and then I'll send all of them out. So they will be on your calendar with the link and easy to find. The contract, I just want to make a couple other comments about that. The contract that you will be signing is required to participate, including if you've already written in a different series and you're writing again. We still need you to fill that out and sign it. And the most important thing to know about the contract is you retain the rights to your story. We do not own your story. We publish it, but we don't own it. So you are free to use it anywhere and everywhere you would like without any permission from us. So the agreement simply gives us permission to publish your chapter as part of the collaborative book, and it confirms that your work is original and it's your story to share. So we will ask for your social media information in there as well. And that's so while we're promoting the book and the book launch, we can tag you and promote you as well. And so we talked a little bit about the investment and funding already, but like I said, if you guys read the contract and you have any questions, please just let me know. The only other point I want to make about the fundraising or the donation is that when you make a donation, it has a form that you fill out with your information and how you're going to pay, but it also has a place where it says dedication. And when it says dedication, we want to put the author's name there. So that's so if someone is donating for you, like say you have family members that want to donate some money to help you pay to write your story, then they need to know to put your name in that dedication spot, or else you don't get credit for it because we don't know who it's for. So just make sure that if someone is donating on your behalf, that they always put your name and say author, so that we can discern who it goes to. And you can also, like, maybe people could give you money that you raise, and then you can make one donation for the total amount. Anyway, once the donation is made, and the contract is signed, I'll probably have a quick call with you, or at least chat with you in Facebook or on email, and talk a little bit more about the process and when our first call is going to be. And again, if you have questions, you can also send them there. Let's see. I want to talk a minute about the power of community, because I think it's part of our mission. Community and connection and personal story is our mission, and how we plan to reduce suicide rates. Because if we can help people feel not alone and have hope, then we can help them stay. And that is the ultimate goal. So one thing that makes this experience unique is that you're not doing it alone. Over the years, I've participated in several collaboration book projects, and most simply required a chapter submission and a payment. Our process is very different. We guide you through story selection, writing, editing, publishing, marketing, and promotion. More importantly, we do it as a group. We do it together. And we have weekly calls for 10 to 12 weeks for that time frame that we're working together. So many of our contributors built lifelong friendships through this experience, because they supported one another through the process and sharing difficult, meaningful stories. Everybody bonds, and by the time we have the book launch, we all are just like family, and it's really fun. So I encourage you to fully participate, attend the calls, ask questions, and get to know your fellow authors. The more you engage, the more valuable this experience becomes. And if you can't attend a session live, don't worry. We have a portal with recordings and reminders, and a way we can communicate in a Go High Level platform, so you can stay caught up. Also, each author will be featured in a Scars to Stars podcast. So once we get our first drafts submitted, I will be giving you all a link to book that time with me to do the podcast. And you also receive, it'll be a dedicated interview for promotional graphics and content and everything for your audience as well, that you can share this podcast with your world and create greater impact when we launch this book. So the final thought I have is, this is bigger than a book. This is a legacy. This is healing. This is hope. Most importantly, this is an opportunity to remind someone that's going to read your story or listen to your story on the podcast, reminding them that they're not alone. I thank you for trusting us with your story. I'm excited to walk through this journey alongside you, and I cannot wait to see the impact your voice will have. And I want you to always remember that you matter. Your story matters, and your story has the power to save lives.